47% just scorching.
You know, it's 12 games. That's still a pretty good sample size, and he's got a history of proving it. McDermott swipes it from Lee. Laid up and in. Sohan guarding Paul now. Lee. Rebound. Biombo.
Oh, no. That looks like a clean. Pushes the ball out. You get a wide open shot, but then he's there on the offensive glass again.
Lee. Inside. Nice movement by the Suns to create that bucket. They lost to Dallas in the game that Luka Doncic left 3 minutes in. But Suns without Booker have struggled against a lot of folks.
They just didn't figure. I knew Devin Booker was a great player. We just didn't know that he meant that much to the Suns. But now we're seeing it.
Do you think that's because he's been on a roster with Chris Paul and people just sort of slighted him?
Maybe.
I don't even think we do it on purpose.
Yeah, it just kind of blurs your vision when you're looking at a player.
Yep. You put him in a different category for whatever reason. Right. It's not fair, but it is what it is.
Suns getting some offensive rebounds, getting extra opportunities, but unable to convert. Lee drops it to Biombo.
Oh, my.
Those are bonus points right there.
You can see Zach's face like, all right, here we go.
So Saban Lee hits the free throw. Saban Lee, 23-year-old, in a couple of 10-day contracts.
And then we're 12 days out from the NBA trade deadline here. Remember, that's coming up on February 9th. Expecting some phone calls coming into the San Antonio area with a lot of veterans on this roster.
37-29 as Doug averaging 10, shooting 42% from three. Lee. Yeah, went off of him out of bounds.
How's that volume, Coach?
Yeah. A couple of friends of mine talked about it a couple nights ago.
Yeah.
Well, certainly I thought you were coming back several times, Coach. I mean, we had several conversations in the back hallways. A couple of times that you might find your way back to San Antonio, but not as a player, as a coach.
Steal by Lee, and he missed the layup, but the follow-up, Lee also.
A couple of times that you might find your way back to San Antonio, but not as a player, as a coach.
Steal by Lee, and he missed the layup, but the follow-up, Lee also.
A couple of times that you might find your way back to San Antonio, but not as a player, as a coach.
Steal by Lee, and he missed the layup, but the follow-up, Lee also.
A couple of times that you might find your way back to San Antonio, but not as a player, as a coach.
Steal by Lee, and he missed the layup, but the follow-up, Lee also.
Second youngest coach in NBA history. And, you know, I made mistakes. I was wrong in some things, but we had some injuries. We'll be free.
Yeah, I remembered he was the Albany Patroons because that's Phil Jackson got his CBA.
Yeah, you know, all head coaches, guys like George Karl Pop, they have brilliant basketball minds.
Off to D. Lee on the drive, goes Euro, nice reverse from Damion Lee.
He got in front of Collins, and Collins not wanting to pick up the foul.
And again, that was a great contest.
Jones couldn't get it to fall. Then they go off on a 5-game road trip. Spurs have got 4 at home before the rodeo trip. Jones has that one swatted away. Off to Jones, out to McDermott. Doug, short off the glass that time, and Lee. Damion, 30-year-old out of Louisville, gives it to Biombo, gets it right back.
I mean, the good news is they're not doing much either.
To where you've got a viable chance and not have to scramble the last 4 or 5 minutes. Jones took it away from Lee. There's the bucket.
We know what we saw as steals were at least 3. And so you just, made a point to the official home score as Damion Lee able to set and fire. Dario Saric with another rebound.
Goodness.
Wow.
Can't give him 2 or 3 chances.
Back to Saric. No call and 7:58 remaining. Here is Lee. Johnson trying to stay without fouling. Goes inside, and there is an and one for Phoenix. Collins, Stanley Johnson, and Keldon Johnson. And the miss from Lee.
He's got to shoot it more. He passed up that one in the corner when he got on the break. I mean, his jumper looks really good.
Rebound, oh, and it's taken away, and now Cam Johnson misses the three.